This is, as you can see, picked up a Tesla last week, so we'll see how it goes. This was actually a Tesla that was in a hailstorm. Maybe you can see here. It's pretty hard to see, but that car was actually written off by insurance. So it was a pretty good deal, and I definitely had to do it. All the glass was replaced already, so that was all smashed in from the hail. But other than that, it drives perfect. I'm gonna try and take out a lot of these dents. I ordered dent removal tools from Amazon, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm pretty excited to be driving an electric car. All right, so let's go to the airport. So fast. There she is. So this is my first time bleeding the brakes on the Beringer. I'm just gonna see if there's any error in the system. So I got this kit from Aircraft Spruce. It's for bleeding the brakes. So we're gonna hook that up and see if any air bubbles come out. I used .4 fluid in mine, and I pulled my pedals all the way forward. I have a parking brake, but it's turned off. So my brake setup is a little different. I don't have any pedals on the passenger side, but I have my pressure relief valve right there, and it's maxed out for the big tires, and I'm still skidding when I hold for 5,000 RPM. When I do my run-up, the plane wants to move. So I'm suspecting I have a bit of air in the system somewhere, which is why I'm going to bleed them. So I'm hooked up here. I got the pressure tank hooked up to the bleed on the pilot side, and I got the air purged out of here. I basically just put some pressure in it and bled the air out into the bottle. And I have the overflow bottle hooked up as well. I hooked it up to that cap that comes with the kit. So once we pressurize this to 15 to 20 psi, we'll open the bleed valve, and it should purge everything through up into this overflow bottle and get all the air out. That's my hopes, at least. And I got 1 liter of fluid in there, so it should be plenty to get it through. This stuff is pretty expensive, but I should have bought more. Brake fluids, racing oils, .4. So I would like to cycle quite a bit through the system. It is the same color as the stuff that's in there, but I would like to just bleed it all through. I've never changed the brake oil in this aircraft over 1,800 hours, so time to do that. So pressurize it up. $18. Okay, it's holding pressure. So let's open it up, see what happens. Filling up. Maybe I'll put in like, I don't know how much the system will hold, maybe 100 or 200 just to flush it out. And I'm going to step on this brake pedal a few times. Try and get all the air out. Okay, so I got 200 milliliters out. 200, 250. That should be enough, I would think, to flush the system. So I didn't see any air bubbles come out, but I don't know. Hopefully it helps. And you definitely need this to bleed the brakes, so I'd highly recommend, if you have beringer brakes, get this kit from Aircraft Spruce. I'll have a link in the description where you can pick it up. Hey guys, so I would call that a success. I ran the aircraft up to 5,000 RPM. You could see in the video it was creeping a little bit. I'm not sure if that's because it was on some slippery ground or not. It's a little icy on there, but it held way better than previously when I was during the run-ups. I couldn't hold maybe past 4,000 RPM, and this was at 5,000 RPM. It was just barely creeping a little bit, and I didn't have the pressure gauge turned up all the way. Yeah, it was much better improvement to my brake system. So maybe I had some air in it. Maybe the fluid was old and just getting weak, and yeah, we'll see how this works out. So it was a good flight. The conditions of the runway were extremely icy. Couldn't really tell how much different bleeding the brakes did, but I think, yeah, we're gonna have some pretty terrible weather here in the next week. Tomorrow it's gonna be raining, and then it's gonna turn to snow and then get cold really quickly. So I think everything's gonna be really icy for a while. So it's gonna be hard to test how good the brakes are for a while. But I think just taxiing they feel better. Landing I couldn't really tell any difference. Yeah, just because the runway was quite slick. It's around 0 + 1 right now, so everything's kind of melting, and it was -20 last week. So the ground's really cold still. So yeah, everything's kind of frozen on the surface, but it's warm above. It was +12 up there at 1,000 feet, so there's a nice inversion today. Otherwise, yeah, I guess I'll talk to you next week. I'm going to be doing some maintenance work on the engine here pretty soon, so I'll have another video for you guys. Alright, take care. Fly safe. I should give you guys an update on our house. Yeah, it's pretty much finished finally. And I got the dream car for it as well. We built the garage 4 electric cars. We got 3 240-volt plugs in our garage. So we've got one charge port here on the outside. My brother has a Tesla, so he'll charge here when he comes. And we got 2 in the garage, one beside each stall. Recently we actually put in a heat pump in our garage as well. It works super well. So we got a heat pump for the house, which is working really well. It's a Mitsubishi. And then we got a Senville from Amazon on our garage here. It's toasty warm in here right now. 17 degrees. So we got mounted up there. Yeah, and it works really well. Super happy with it. And the solar, I do wish I would have installed it maybe on the ground. Just because when it snows, you're getting no energy out of those panels. And that can happen pretty often here. So it's really difficult to get on the roof as well to clean them off because it's a metal roof. It's just extremely slippery if it's wet at all. So yeah, that's kind of a bummer, but I am thinking about maybe putting solar field right here and plugging it into the garage and getting some Tesla Powerwalls eventually, and then charge the car off of that. So that would be pretty cool. We have a 10.8 kilowatt solar system, and it would be enough to heat the whole house if we didn't have a hot tub and now an electric car. So if we took those 2 things out, we'd be net zero. So we are going to add more solar. I might add more on the roof just because we have space and they have wiring for it. So we can add another about 5 kilowatts on the roof. You see right here we have 24 panels. And I can fit another, is it 8 panels on there? And that'll be maxing out our 200 amp panel in the garage because we sell the power to the grid, so it all goes through there and can only have so much going through it, so we can only put another 4 or 5 kilowatts on it. That's why I'd need the Powerwalls, Tesla Powerwalls, to add even more solar, so there's a buffer. I'm not sure if there's any other way to do it. And yeah, other than that, we put up this cool sun greenhouse here this fall. We haven't used it yet. It's called a sun grow. Ours is I think 26 feet by 8 feet, so it's big. It's probably pretty warm in there today because it's +2 right now. Yeah, you can see there's maybe a little bit growing yet in here. Weeds are growing. We also got chickens. We have 8 chickens, so we have endless eggs. We're gonna have to get some more chickens eventually because our kids are starting to eat more than me. But we built an insulated chicken coop with a solar powered door, and I got some solar panels and lights in there. We do have a heat pad as well when it gets like below like -20. We'll put that on, keep the chickens warm. We got the run covered in plastic right now so snow doesn't get in it. And main thing is you want to keep the chickens dry. So they're in there. Hello chickens. Hi. Nope. Back you go. In you go. In. Yep. Here's the solar door. Pretty nice though to have your own eggs, your own solar power, and now an electric car that you can charge off your house. Yeah, it would be even better if I had more solar so I could charge off completely the whole house, but we'll get there. We'll add more solar in the future. Probably this spring we'll add some more on the roof. Yeah, that's pretty much an update on our house. Alright, catch you later.